Personally, I like North Hills Affordable Housing. I would go back to the name North Hills Affordable Housing.
You're cool.
That's it. We're taking our the elf guard is coming back. We can't hear it.
Yeah. Homelessness ends with advocacy, resources, training, and housing, or HEARTH, opening the doors to its first facility in 1995 at Benedictine Place. But the real story starts 7 years prior with the work and activism of a North Hills task force.
The person who really is here in our midst and her spirit is here is Jean Stoltz.
Pardon me?
I am Jean Stoltz.
Jean, that name sounds familiar.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you've heard it.
Her entire life was service. She never married, did not have children. She was a social justice activist in a very quiet, humble, but extremely effective way.
Turn around, folks, and say hello.
Hey, how you doing?
We're great. How are you?
What she said is, I'm seeing more and more homeless women.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing more and more domestic violence.
I have to say that I was a little suspicious that there really would be homelessness. North Hills didn't come to mind as a neighborhood in need. I go to this facility and then I heard the stories.
When someone brought it to the public's attention, then they were willing to say, "That happened in my family."
Yeah.
So that's how we found out there was a lot more homeless people than we realized.
At the same time, April of '88, that Jean called the first organizing. Has anybody been hearing about homelessness in the North Hills? The Benedictine sisters called a North Hills task force meeting of their own about what the needs were in the community that this building might serve. And over time, they discerned that their heart was for women and children, serving women. So here we come, site committee for North Hills Affordable Housing to look at this building. We were just blown away. So we're telling them of our heart for mission with women, with children, and our vision for lifting them up and helping them become self-sufficient and leaders of their families. The sisters were just overwhelmed. They were joyful. They voted like 100 to nothing to partner with us. And they came up to us afterwards and they said, it was so beautiful when you shared our mission statement with us. We said, we didn't. She said, what do you mean? They said, you read our mission statement. We said, no, we read our mission statement.
Yes.
Divine synchronicity.
Yep.
So they became our first chief partners.
With a formalized board and building in mind, it was time to raise the money for renovation and operation.
So you just go out and you make an appointment and they say, well, why do you think this is a good idea? And then you tell them. And then you tell them. And you tell them and they tell them again.
Everyone else thinks it's a good idea, too.
Yeah, it was wonderful to raise that money for the building. But here's the thing, we didn't have operating funds. So we had to go back to every foundation that had given us hundreds of thousands of dollars and say, we're short operating funds, so could we hold your grant for another year? That simply is not done.
Mm-hmm.
Once a foundation gives you money, baby, you better
spend it. You better spend it. Well, and he applied for this HUD operating grant, the famous McKinney.
Yeah.
You could only apply to HUD 3 times. And we had been denied twice. A few months later, a homeless person died. Yes, that's right. On the front step of the how big building.
Suddenly they found $300,000.
Yeah. Terry and Joanne burned up the midnight oil.
Yeah.
Got that proposal together.
We worked intensively for the last few days before the death. John said, give it to me, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
The next thing we knew, it was in Washington.
Yeah, and just barely made it there in the nick of time, literally.
I had called a board meeting to eliminate North Hills Affordable Housing. We've done all we can. We can't get operating funds, so it doesn't make any sense for us to keep meeting. And it was at that very meeting,
John walks in and said, guess what? I mean, it was
high drama.
It was high drama.
The vision for Benedictine Place was greenlit. Hundreds of volunteers from all over gave a hand. The American Society of Interior Designers furnished the building. Even the National Guard got involved. And in 1995, HEARTH was just beginning.
As the organization grew, the success rate of the number of women and families that leave this program, that inspires me to still become involved, stay involved with this organization because it works. People are living their lives in a place where they never thought they could, and where we see they are not reliant on others.
Let me tell you, we have tons of hurdles, tons of obstacles. There is something about grassroots organizations. And, I don't know what it is, but with us, we weren't giving up. The real culture of positivity and support came from somewhere. Did it come from the board? Did it come from the staff? I don't know.
Yes and yes.
Yes, it's always been with us. The culture is alive. It hasn't changed since the very beginning. And just don't give up.